What's going on, guys? It's Web 129 Touge, and for the start of the video, we actually have Miatas. And the reason we have Miatas is the importance of the Miata. So these things have been out for a really long time, and everyone knows that these are some of the best and fun sports cars that you can have on the market today. Regardless of how you want to build it, as a track car, to just a tailgate car, to just an ultimate machine, Mazda is the way. But let's say you want to step out of that comfort zone and push even further to that limit, to something that's engineered to almost perfection. That would be the Porsche. And not just any Porsche, the Porsche Cayman. What's going on, guys? It is Wade of 129 Touge, and today we are not in a Miata, we are in something bigger than a Miata that is technically faster than a Miata in some ways. But this is a 2022 Porsche 718 GTS 4-liter Cayman. Now, unlike the Miata, this thing is a computer on wheels, which means that it can do a lot of stuff, and a lot of stuff really fast. In today's setting, continuing on the series, is at US 129 The Drag, and if you guys have not been here, you definitely need to check it out. Tons of tourist attractions around here, great driving road, really good for your cars, your bikes, if you just want to come out and see some of the scenery. There's a lot of old school stuff that's been placed here, and it's just all around a good time. So if you guys want to check it out, I got links down below in the description, some of the local companies that are pretty big up here. If you guys want to see what they have to offer, go check it out. But anyways, let's get into the video. Behind me, I have a Miata, and the reason we started off the video with the Miata is the fact that people, when they get into the car scene, usually see a Miata first. If you don't see a Miata, or you know what a Miata is, then you've probably not been in the car scene very long. You could probably go out and talk to one of your buddies, talk to one of your friends that either has a Miata, has had a Miata, or knows somebody that has a Miata. So this makes it really, really unique for the fact that you can really acquire a Miata wherever you go. But what we're in today is much more than a Miata. It's something that's been refined, tuned, and through the years of motorsport and craftsmanship, Porsche has made something that any enthusiast can jump in and have a great time and still appreciate the heritage of motorsport. And just as a Miata, it's made for the enthusiast. But enough talk about the Miata. We're in a Porsche Cayman. We are in one of the most advanced cars that you can buy on the market today. Not for the fact that it's continued the heritage of motorsport design, but Porsche still strives to keep enthusiasm in motorsport alive. And with that being said, when you're on a road like this, on a mountain pass, you can definitely see that. The turn-in feels fantastic on this car. The car just, every time you go into a turn, just faster and faster, the car wants you to get on it. The car's like, yes, please. I keep wanting the downshift, just rev match it, and it's wanting to rev match for me, which is really cool. Look at this, gear power. Oh, it's so good, so good. And it's just flat and just very smooth through there. Turn-in is almost like not even real. I feel like I'm on a simulator. It just wants to go. And the power band is just, every time you get into the power, you can rev it all the way out to 7,800 RPM, and it just still wants to climb. It almost reminds you of a rotary. It's so insane. There's Mr. Josh taking photos. Wow, this is just, what a car. This is not something that you just get into and just expect it to be dissatisfying with all the electronics and everything on it. This car truly makes a driver out of it. Like, it wants to be driven. It will assist you in any way that it can. Being a Porsche, it's very consecutive. It's very consistent. But still, it takes driver feedback to get this car really moving, and that's what I love about it. So this Porsche belongs to a good friend of mine, Matt. We went and got this earlier in the year, around what, January? Is
Actually, Thanksgiving weekend.
Thanksgiving weekend. Actually, yep. It's been longer than that. So we traveled all the way out to South Point, South Carolina, correct?
No, North Carolina.
North Carolina. Yeah. South Point, North Carolina, to get this car.
So technically, the dealer was South Point. We were in Raleigh.
Yes.
Yes, Raleigh.
There's a bunch of Corvettes.
Yes.
But we traveled over there to pick this car up, and now we're here with it after just a few months of ownership, and this
almost 10,000 miles.
Almost 10,000 miles. That's insane.
A lot of it up here in the mountains. Actually, 90% of it. I did a rally last week, and we were going through some small town in the mountains of North Carolina. There was all traffic, and there was a little kid and dad. They were getting out of a minivan, and I happened to be stuck where the minivan was, and the little kid looked at the car and said, "Daddy, race car." So like I revved it up, and the little kid just started cheering, and the dad was giving me a high five through the window. It was freaking sick.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
One thing I noticed off the bat with this car, you don't feel like you're in a Porsche, but in a good way. You feel like you're in something really, really comfortable. The seats are super comfortable. They are manual seats to save weight. The door cards, the steering wheel, everything you touch is very comfortable. It's not like hot at the touch or it feels like cheap and plasticky. I mean, Porsche, it is a Porsche at heart. So the interior is very well designed, and the creature comforts are awesome.
Cooled seats, heated steering wheel.
The shifter is in a perfect location. The steering wheel feels fantastic, especially the size of it. The seating is spot on. And then the visibility is not as bad as you think it would be. Visibility is actually really good. A-pillar, you don't even see it. Oh, the car sounds fantastic. Sounds so good, and it just takes the turns. It'll show a little bit of speed. Oh yes, the brakes are fantastic, as they should. It is a Porsche. And out of the corner with the power. Great delivery, nice little crackle there. Momentum around the turn, back on the power. What a car. Amazon Prime, 2-day delivery. Like how the turn-in response is and how the power delivery is. Yeah, the 8.6 doesn't have a lot of power, but it is a momentum car. And when you're in a momentum car, you notice that the power carries. It's the whole point of a momentum car. In this car, it definitely carries. So I know what you're thinking. Yes, expensive car. But what does this mean? Like, what does it mean for the Touge to bring a car like this out here? Well, it means that you're going to have a great time, regardless of what you bring out here anyways. But this car is just down to its roots. It wants to be a fast handled car. Not a tractor, but a fast handled car. Alright guys, we're going to wrap up the video, and I'd like to say thank you so much to Matthew for allowing me to borrow the Porsche. I had a great time driving such an incredible machine, and it was awesome to really get in the different kinds of vehicles this weekend with the Miatas and jump into the Porsche. I had such a great time reviewing this car. Such a fast car, such an awesome machine, really the pinnacle of engineering. But I like to say, when we do these Dragon reviews now, I'd like to put in a scaling. And this scale is going to be my personal baseline, nothing crazy, nothing to disappoint any of you guys. But for the Porsche Cayman 718, this one is going to be a 9. And the reason that is a 9 out of 10 is for the price. And that's why I had the Miatas in the beginning of the video. The Porsche delivers the same experience and more that you would get out of a Miata, but the Miata still offers the baseline. And I say this at heart because I learned a lot on my Miata. I've overlooked Miatas, but you do learn a lot, especially on an entry-level car. They offer rear-wheel drive, front engine, manual. They're not the fastest things on the road. Everybody knows that. But speed with these cars, when you really get into it and you start opening up the car and it actually starts hitting highway speeds, you're like, oh my god, this is so fun to drive on a curvy back road. And that's the whole importance of a Miata, is to have fun. This Porsche offers the same thing, but not everyone can just go out and get a Porsche. I'd like to say thank you guys so much for watching the video. We're going to wrap it up. Thank you guys for all the support. Had a lot of feedback in person and on video too. We're almost at 200 subscribers. We're almost to that limit, so huge shout out to you guys for getting me to that point and still supporting the channel, supporting Instagram and Facebook, going with us, traveling around at J-Zilla track days, going to different track events and just having a blast. But guys, thank you so much for watching the video. We'll have another one out here for you soon, and as always, keep hitting the pass. We'll see you.